Yeah, Mara got all muddy.
You wanted to play in the water. That's the price you paid. She loves getting wet, just not with clean water.
Exactly. As y'all see, I have all my tomatoes and peppers, and then I brought out the okra. It was time to separate it. I need it to be larger than what it is right now, because as you see, the tomatoes are much bigger, so they need to be able to compete with the tomatoes and not get overrun. I finally got my David Austin roses, y'all. They were just bare root, and these buckets were the only big enough thing that I had to fit all the root systems, but they're looking really good. I'm not leaving them in here for very long. I just needed somewhere to put them so the roots wouldn't get all dried out. I'm gonna get myself some probably mushroom compost or some sort of compost that I can mix in with them. I don't know what the soil is like where I'm gonna be putting them. This is the Generous Gardener Rose, and it's a climber. Beautiful pink rose. They do well in partial shade, and that's why I got them. I was hoping my compost down here would be ready, but it's just not. This is all the stuff I collected. I guess it's a mixture of leaves and grass. But, you know, I haven't been wetting them down enough, so it hasn't broken down. So my neighbors are having a shooting party today, so don't mind the random boom in the background. Pretty the normal sound here living out in the country in the United States. Oh, so much cooler. You see that? This mushrooms on these sticks. Ooh, they're gooey. Crimson clover, see? It's starting to bloom here. Look at that. Hey, pretty. Not fully bloomed yet, but they're getting there. I want to get out some of the squash. It just needs to come out. It needs to go out. Like this jarntail's looking quite sad, you see? It needs to go on the ground. So we're going to get this one out, and there's a few others. Looking at the forecast, it's going to be just fine. And this winter squash can actually withstand a little bit colder temperatures compared to tomatoes. And I'll probably be bringing the beans out as well soon. This guy is going to go right here. I cleaned out the chicken coop and put it on the mounds on all of my arches because I knew I'd be putting these guys out. Yeah, we'll plant this jarndale, and then the spaghetti squash is ready. Hi, baby boy. I know you're freaked out. So both my dogs are gun shy. They would not be good hunting dogs, so they've been freaking out every time that boom goes off. Soil actually looks really good here. Get you happy and in the ground, okay? Let's see if I can get this hole big enough so that you can be comfortable. Okay. There you go. A spaghetti squash here, you see? We're gonna go ahead and put that one out. I think we'll just put it here on this next one. This strawberry here is so thick. I didn't want to bury it too much, but I did want to put some of this bedding down, and it breaks down super fast out here. Might be different for y'all and wherever you live, but out in our humid, hot climate, that chicken bedding breaks down fast. Are y'all ready to go on the ground? Oh, this is nice. The strawberry feels so nice on my knees and soft. Here we go. See? You're ready to go on the ground. He's ready to go on the ground. Happy little spaghetti squash. lived down at Fort Benning. We lived right next to where they would shoot off the mortars. And my house would literally shake from the noise. So I got quite used to it. Normally I wouldn't be planting these guys in the heat of the day, but I'm just gonna water them real good and they'll be fine. I've got an onion right there. I've got to be careful. You see, I've got some onions in here, so I'm gonna go more over here. Nope, got an onion here too. No, that's just grass. We can dig that up. I think that was all of them. Let me water them real good. Oh good, there's still water in here. I'm gonna be keeping a good eye on these tomatoes today, but this is their first day out. So if I see any of them getting a little stressed, I'll just bring them back in. They seem to be doing good so far. Trigo, you wanna go out? You too? Let's go. Let's go. It's been a few days, y'all, and it has been raining non-stop. Today is finally dry, so we're gonna go plant those roses. Look, the tulips are blooming. These are supposed to be fragrant. This one does not have a fragrance, but these ones have a very light fragrance, but not the purple ones. They're still pretty. I just got back from Lowe's. Grabbed the compost manure I need and the mulch. Is that gonna be enough? Let's get one more. Okay, let's go get some mulch. Okay. That's it. Let's go. Because I'm pretty sure that soil where I'm going to be putting these generous gardener roses is very clay. And we're going to need to mix in a lot of organic matter to allow more drainage. That open. How's everybody doing today? Looking all right. Here's the generous gardener. This one's gotten quite a bit more growth on it. Look at that. Just in a few days. But look at this. The peanuts are popping up now that it's finally warmed up. Aren't they fun looking? I love how peanuts look. But last week I went ahead and planted some soybeans. And y'all, I planted these and literally the next day they were sprouting. I decided that while it was raining, I was gonna go ahead and plant stuff. Might as well do a little planting in the rain. I've done it before, it's kind of fun. I went ahead and put them straight out into the garden. These soybeans popped up so fast, I figured, you know, with the rain and all that, I bet they'll pop up before they even rot in the ground, which, you know, normally a lot of times out here when I put beans in the ground, they'll just rot because it gets so humid and moist out here. I see with all the rain, some of these soybeans popped up out of the soil. This one popped up. It's already starting to sprout though. There's a little sprout right there. You like that winter wheat? Or actually, I think that's the winter rye. Is it tasty? Okay, let me dump all this water out of my wheelbarrow. I'm gonna get these roses down and I'll kind of show you what I'm gonna be doing. I think we've got everything we need now. We'll make our way down the driveway. It is March 28th, and our 10-day forecast looks beautiful. It's going to be in the high 40s to 50s to even 60s during the night, and high 70s and 80s during the day. I'm going to go ahead and start putting beans out today and also some more squash. Normally I don't start doing anything until the first week of April, but the weather looks so good. It's a little risky, I guess, but I feel pretty safe. Now, tomatoes won't be going out until, I guess, next week. I want to put all the beans out that are ready to go out around my teepee so we can get those going and get them climbing up. My vision for these gates, my goal here is I wanted to be able to get all the plants at once and put them all out in one day so I could show y'all, but in reality, they're kind of pricey, y'all. So I'm gonna kind of do things in baby steps. So I got the roses first. So they're gonna be going here. I've been kind of observing and I decided I'm gonna plant them right here. The goal is for them to climb up here. So up the pillars and over onto the fence section here. So we'll see if this rose can get that large. If not, maybe I'll get 2 more. I don't know how to do cuttings and stuff from roses yet, but I want to learn, so that's another way I can get more roses out of these guys. Maro, you're so cute. You're so cute. Look at your cute little face. So here, I want to get some blue star creepers. I saw they had them at Home Depot, so I'm gonna get quite a few of them, and we'll mulch this area up, and we'll let the blue star creeper just creep along, kind of creep out into the driveway. And then back here, I want to get 3, total of 6 gardenias. So 3 on the side and 3 on the side. Gardenias were my Grandma Hilda's favorite flower, so I want to get those in kind of remembrance of her. And they are so lovely and pretty, and they smell so good, but I have not seen them yet out in any gardening centers, so I'm still waiting on those. Those will come later. First though, today we're gonna do the roses, but I don't know if y'all can see it. I was hoping to just do it all at once so you can kind of see the vision, but I'm gonna have the climbing roses on either side, blue star creeper on the ground, and then gardenias right here. And I think it will be really pretty. Okay, Maro, I'm coming back on the other side. Okay? Let's check out this soil, huh? Let's see what it's like. Remember when we were putting these pillars in that it's quite clay. Yeah. I'm gonna make a decent hole big enough to really mix this clay in with this compost that I got. So these guys are getting enough drainage and nutrition. There's a little bit of sand in this. Not much though. Hey baby boy. You coming to say hi? Huh? What you doing? Oh, I know you want all the attention now. You gonna help me dig that hole? You're welcome to it. I'm gonna go ahead and mix some compost manure in this. Mix it up real good. we can get these roses planted. Marl, you like that smell of that fresh dug up dirt, don't you? Now those roses' roots can get through this a lot easier than if it was just clay like before. So since I recently just planted these guys in here, the root systems, I don't think they're gonna be doing much in here yet. I'm just gonna be gentle, kind of get this little guy out without poking myself. There we go. See a little bit of growth that it's been doing in here. See all the white stuff? Some of the fresh growth. A big, fat, creepy Japanese beetle grub. Yum. I might get some blue star creeper out here too, growing around. This generous gardener and the Albert Barbieros are my first climbers. So we'll see how this works. I probably kind of have to entice it to go up, I think. We'll see. All right, there we go. There we have it. This is gonna be awesome. I'm excited. Let me show you something. Most of the time when I get roses, I get them from Lowe's, Tractor Supply, Home Depot, Walmart. It's definitely a lot cheaper to go that route, but there are risks with that because their roses are not guaranteed to be virus-free. So come see. See that? That is the mosaic virus. And I noticed this guy before I planted him. This is one of the ones, I think it's called New Day, that I got from Costco in a set of 2. The other one's right here. This one seems to be okay so far, but that mosaic design on the leaf is not the only sign that a rose has the mosaic virus, so we'll just wait and see.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go plant some things. In fact, I think I'm gonna take my glasses off because they kind of keep slipping down and driving me crazy while I'm planting things. Because we're gonna plant some beans. You wanna help me plant beans? If you see, these potatoes are all popping up. I'm excited. Check it out. Oh, they're all starting to slowly pop up, and I like these purple majesty ones. They do have a slight purplish hue to their leaves, which is pretty. And you know, it's just kind of fun to have purple potato salad and purple mashed potatoes. It makes life a little bit more exciting and colorful. The only downside I have noticed with them is that they take a little bit longer to saute and boil to soften up compared to your classic, I would say, like Yukon Gold. Once we get them all popping up, they're all slowly getting there. I'll go ahead and get more straw and bury them again. Morrow! She's got in the pond. These garlic's looking good. You see that squash we put up? It's looking happy. So yeah, these guys can go out. All these ones that have their nice 2 leaves here, I'm gonna put them out. So, and you see, this is some of my pumpkins. My area for my pumpkins, my carving pumpkins, is not ready yet. So I'm gonna probably have to transfer these into a bigger pot. But yeah, a lot of these can go out. What is this one? Some more Jarndale. I've got one sangria that popped up. Oh, I see this is a Georgia rattlesnake, just barely popping up here. Long Island cheese. I need more of these Long Island cheeses to pop up. Oh, there's one. There's another. allergies. We're gonna plant them pretty close together. Just the ones that are this big. Did you cut a worm on him? It happens. My first little flower from our Australian winter peas. They're purple. Isn't that pretty? Well, I'm excited for these to finally produce some fruit and I can taste it. Alright, we're able to get around here. So to get this far, right there. And Lily was able to go about here. So still got plenty more. In fact, I'll have extra to go all the way around, but the other ones just need a little bit more time. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Check on these squash. Whew. I went ahead and put these pumpkins in a bigger pot here. Gotta water them because they were getting root bound. Zucchini. Let's see how big you are. See, we could probably put him out. I've been thinking a lot about how I'm going to mix up my plants in order to create that bug confusion. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sunflower at each of these T-posts. I've got some sunflowers in the greenhouse. I can probably start putting those out today too. And on either side of the T-posts, I'm going to do a tomato. The marigolds on one side, peanuts on the other, and then I'm going to do I'm going to have to do another nightshade here in the middle because I have so many nightshades. And then probably alternate where the nightshades are, probably do some sort of zucchini or straight neck squash. I'm just going to kind of play around with it and see how it feels and see how it goes. And I'll let y'all know if I end up noticing any difference in less bugs in my garden. In this row, I've got 2 tomatoes there. I have a peanut and marigolds. Probably do a squash right here. That's what we'll do. Yeah, right here. And of course I've got the okra that I'll be mixing into and putting kind of next to the tomatoes as well, and using that as a way of mixing things around. Getting things broken up a little bit. Doing the best I can. I do have a ton of tomatoes and I want to be able to put out as many as I possibly can. So let's just see how it goes. There we go. It's a little crookneck. I have lost track of time, y'all. It's already 4 o'clock. I gotta go start making dinner. But I got a lot done today. I got a lot planted that I wanted to get out. I still have a lot more to do. Like I want to put out more I want to put the sunflowers out at each T-post. This week I'll just keep putting more and more things out and bringing out my tomatoes. It might rain tonight, but the rest of the week is supposed to be nice and sunny. So I'm going to be bringing my tomatoes out to get a little bit of direct sunlight each day. And then next week we'll be putting them out into the garden. And I cannot wait. I'm so excited. And this garden is going to start filling in so quickly. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care, and we'll see you next time.